Alola everyone, it's the Munch and welcome back to Pokemon Sun and Moon. Last episode we left off on a literal cliffhanger as we're here by the cliffside and we're gonna be talking to Lillie. This canyon truly is a difficult path to walk, and you even make the Vast Poni Canyon seem like nothing at all, Orange. It's just all in a day's work, Lillie. Literally, I spend all day working on these Pokemon videos, but make sure to hit that like button if you're excited, and let's get to it. I've overcome my fears enough to cross even a high bridge like this one. Ooh. This reminds me of the very first scene we had with Lillie, back at the bridge with Tapu Koko. I am not going to be afraid of heights anymore! Next time I should even be able to tackle that bridge on Mahalo Trail! Oh, that's literally the bridge I was just talking about, but watch this! This is my trial! Oh yeah! Okay, Lillie, you can stop that now. It was cool the first time, but I don't know now. This has got me on edge though. Is Lillie really gonna be able to make it across this bridge? I don't know. I feel like something suspicious is gonna happen. And look at that! The Murkrows are ready to attack. Oh no, poor Lillie. I really hope she can make it across this bridge though, because that's a pretty far drop if something were to happen. Oh gosh, are you serious? The Murkrow is really coming right at her. What? I thought it was flying at her. Oh wow, they pincered her on the bridge. Whatever shall Lillie do? I guess run right past them. She made it, yay! And now it's our turn to just walk right across. I did it, Orange! I made it all the way across. I've cleared my trial! Yay, good job, Lillie. Now it's our turn. I love how our trainer is just like, yeah, they're just Murkrow. I completed my first trial. Amazing, right, Orange? It was alright. Yeah! Hee. Raichu, do you want to rest too? Sure thing. All of our Pokemon could actually use it. Don't worry, I've got you covered. I have Hyper Potions and Revives and even lots of Ethers too. Though, I'm not sure I brought enough Max Repels for a path like this one. Wait a second, if you don't have a Pokemon, the Repel shouldn't even work though. So how does that work for you, Lillie? I don't understand. Anyway, let's move along then and enter this cave because we've still got plenty of Vast Poni Canyon to explore. And this area coming up here looks really cool actually. I like that we see a giant strength boulder right off the bat, so we're finally gonna get to use, I was about to say, I don't think we've gotten to use Machamp yet, but we did use it back at the Ruins of Hope, so I guess I was wrong. Anyway, there's another Zygarde cell and a little Pokemon chasing after us there. You know, I'm actually curious what that is, and wow, we're not even gonna get to experience it yet because instead we have got a wild, a Alolan Dugtrio. Okay, never mind, this is totally a new Pokemon, and speaking of new Pokemon, in case you missed the last episode, we actually caught Sarah, our final team member, the Komo-o, who is now evolved into Hakamo actually, but a really awesome dragon and fighting type Pokemon, and like any other catch attempt that I make, we're gonna throw the quick ball right off the bat, and nice! We actually caught a Alolan Dugtrio on the first try. And in case you guys have never seen Alolan Dugtrio before, this is just such a ridiculous looking Pokemon, which we're now going to be adding into the Pokedex, so let's get that registered. And just look at its hair. Like, what is going on? Why did they seriously make Alolan Dugtrio have blonde wigs? I don't understand, but it looks like we've reached 50% of our Alolan Pokedex, and that is amazing. But check this out, Alolan Dugtrio. Why do you look so ridiculous? I just don't understand. And I do want to give this one a nickname, even though they're not blonde. I think it's just such an appropriate name. So this is gonna be Kardashian, the Alolan Dugtrio. I hope I spelled that right, because it's kind of hard. And I guess we're gonna keep running into wild Pokemon because we do have Sarah up first. I really want Sarah to gain some levels because I think she evolves at level 45, which is not too far off, but oh no! I just messed up that puzzle so badly. I can't believe it. Oh, there's a TM down there. Alright, let's start this over, and I put Puka up first so that we don't run into any wild Pokemon, but I believe we're supposed to keep pushing this down. And is there actually a hole? Oh, there is a hole right there. Okay, well, that was easy enough. And will it actually slot back down? Yep, just like the good old days of strength, the boulder will slide right down into there, and we get a full restore for our troubles. Now I believe we want to push, oh, I guess there's another boulder I didn't know about. So let's slide that one into the hole, And we've got one more to push. And that one is going to go right in the hole as well. I love it. Machamp is such a cool Poké Ride. Like, I can't believe they actually made that be the strength, basically, of this game. But looks like we got a little exit out here for an item. And I guess we can also look for wild Pokemon here. So I feel like there might be something rare outside that we don't know about. I guess I might not spray a repel then. And we do run into one. The second I let the repel run out, a Machoke pops up. Not the most wild Pokemon there, I gotta say, but we do find a Zygarde cell for this at the end of our troubles, so now let's head back, except another wild Pokemon is gonna pop up. I keep hoping like something super rare will pop up, but it just always ends up being Boldors, Golbats, and Machokes. Like, seriously, I need some cooler Pokemon than that. And speaking of wild Pokemon, will we run into anything better here, maybe? Oh. Alright, I might as well keep the repel up because there is nothing interesting popping up right now, but whoa, that ladder was pretty tall there, and we've got a scientist waiting for us atop. What's going on? Anywhere for the sake of research, just like my idol, Professor Birch. Professor Birch, like from Hoenn? That dude was crazy, and I guess this guy follows in his footsteps, so let's take on Scientist Ikaika here, who's got a couple of Pokemon for us, starting off with the Alolan Muck. We actually haven't seen Alolan Muck in quite a while. I feel like, I don't know, we run into a lot of Pokemon here in Alola. Even though there aren't that many like new Pokemon introduced, there's just so many Pokemon overall in this game that I feel like every single battle we get into, it's like a different Pokemon. Like, we've barely seen repeats too, I feel like. Alolan Muck actually might have some pretty good typings, but I don't know, I feel like it's not really that great of a Pokemon. At least I haven't seen it used that often in battles and stuff yet. I haven't really been doing all that much competitive battling because I don't want to get into it before I complete the story at least, but I have done some, and I don't know, I don't see Alolan Muck all that often, I guess, but goes down pretty easily there to a couple of bulldozes. Just took a little while because it's very tanky, but looks like a Pokemon that's perfect for the bulldozing is coming out, as it is Magnezone. As long as it doesn't have Levitate, that is, but I don't think Magnezone can get Levitate, even though it is clearly floating above the air there, so instead it gets Sturdy, I guess, right? Right? Okay, lowering that speed, and wait, what? So it doesn't have Sturdy either? What the heck? How do these Pokemon keep surviving with 1 HP and don't even have Sturdy? I think it has to be the affection, like, maybe they have the affection with their trainers just like we have with our Pokemon, but the NPC trainers have that too? I don't know, man. I feel like it's just two coincidences now where the Pokemon survives with 1 HP. It's a little bit fishy. But at the end, the Magnezone does go down, and El Tigre is going to get that level 49. Almost at 50. Definitely going to be our first Pokemon to hit 50, I feel like. But we do not want the scary face. And that is it for Scientist Man. Nope, not before getting another level up. There we go. That's it for Scientist Man. And I still don't have a repel up, but I think it's okay because we're going back outside. And out to the wilderness, I guess. We've got a Team Skull Grunt right outside. I'm gonna get fired up naturally. Ooh. Does that mean through battling, or are you talking about something else? This is actually a punk girl. I think I keep saying that they're Team Skull Grunts, but come on, guys. They're literally Team Skull Grunts, just without the actual skull on their shirt. Or I guess the little bandana as well covering their mouth. What do you call that, actually, if it's not a bandana? I don't know, maybe it is just a bandana. Even if it's covering your head or your mouth, it doesn't matter. Anyway, we're gonna Volt Switch the heck out of here because don't really feel like getting Dark-type attack from that Persian there. Have there actually even been Punk Guy characters? I feel like we've only battled Punk Girls. Oh wait, no, there was one double battle way long time ago. I think when we were at that route where we first got Mudsdale, there was a Punk Guy and Girl couple, but the U-turn does take down the Persian there. And that means we get to switch out once again. So you know what? Let's actually bring out Sarah here because she can definitely get some experience from that. Ooh, look at that. Speak of the devil, getting that level 43 there. But yeah, let's bring her out. Maybe this punk girl will actually have another dark Pokemon. And if she does, then I would like him to say hello to the Sky Uppercut. Oh man, it is a dark type Pokemon, but not really one that we can handle, unfortunately, because it is half flying type. So yeah, I'm gonna get the heck out of here. And hopefully Kurama can deal with this, maybe with an Ice Beam or a Dazzling Gleam. I mean, I guess both of them would be good against Honchkrow here, but we did actually find Murkrows in the wild earlier, so it's kind of cool that they keep on doing this, not really tradition, but all throughout Pokemon Sun and Moon, I feel like you can find the Pokemon that the trainers have are usually the ones that you can find in the wild around the area. So here in Vast Poni Canyon, we've seen a whole bunch of different Pokemon, and I think most of them you can actually find here in the Vast Poni Canyon itself. At least the Murkrow, I guess. I can't really say the same for every Pokemon, but Punk Girl Anna is down, and she is out. And I think we've got another bridge up here. We just crossed one with Lillie. This is a little bit nerve-wracking. Whoa! Looks like we got someone else on this bridge. Who is this? A trial captain? What? Okay. Oh, now that's a great composition. I could paint a picture of you, the visitor to Poni. Guess I didn't introduce myself though. I'm Mina. I'm the captain. The captain of Poni Island? I mean, I sort of am. I actually just wander around doing my art, so I don't have any actual trial or anything, but Vast Poni Canyon sure is a wonder, huh? Once you've been through this place, you can really get to understand why that Illima boy designed his trial the way he did, right? Oh yeah, ooh yeah. Here, take this as a token of our acquaintance. Okay. She just randomly gave us the Fairy Z. Was that really her trial? Just meeting her? It's the Fairy Z. Get your Z on. I'm the captain and all, so I've got to come up with a trial. Maybe it could involve painting pictures and picking flowers. Maybe a trial like that could be cool. See you later then, Alola, Alola. Huh? That was possibly the weirdest encounter I've had with a trial captain so far, but she did end up giving us the Fairy Z, and I actually want to give that over to our Alolan Ninetales immediately because it is a Z move that I've been looking forward to seeing since pretty much Z moves were announced, and not one that I've actually gotten spoiled with so far. So the first time we use it is going to be my first time ever seeing the Z move in action. But I just realized we also got the Poisonium Z not that long ago, so we could definitely give that over to P-Hat. Yeah, that's better than the Poison Barb. We can use a poison powered up Venoshock. I wonder if that actually also affects Merciless. Probably. Anyway, with that done, let's head on. And wow, would you look at that? I was just mentioning the punk guys, and we have one here now. Let's have a party, a rough and tumble Pokemon party. We're challenged by Adam, Mr. Not Team Skull Grunt, and he's actually gonna have a Pangoro. I really wish I had, oh wait! Never mind, I really wish we didn't have anything because this is going to be the perfect opportunity to test out our newly acquired Fairy Z. This thing is actually 4 times weak to fairy moves as well, so it is going to be perfect, but I guess we got to bring out Kurama to do that. So Volt Switch the heck out of here, and even though the Pangoro is already at half health, so it would die from pretty much any attack at this point, I still want to try out that Fairy Z. This is going to be our chance, guys. As long as we don't get paralyzed by the body slam, that is. And nice, no paralysis. It is time. The Dazzling Gleam is gonna turn into Twinkle Tackle. What? That is such a weird name for it, but here we go. That was the most ridiculous dance we've done so far, but Kurama has surrounded himself with the Z power, and it is time for the Twinkle Tackle. I guess the ridiculous dance has to go with the ridiculous name of this move. And is this for real? Are you kidding me? Alright, that was a little bit ridiculous. That's all I have to say about the Fairy Z move. Just absolute ridiculousness. But hey, at least at the end of it all, it did take down the punk guy. And that's it for another battle. So let's keep moving along the Vast Poni Canyon. I can see kind of like the final stretch down there. There's 3 trainers waiting to battle us, and I can't wait. So, oh wait, I guess we're already really close to there. Looks like we just gotta loop around. Hold on, I'm confused. Do I actually have to get on this tree? Whoa! This is so cool! We're actually on the tree, and there's a little patch of grass before we end off Vast Poni Canyon. Oh, I guess there's actually a lot more to explore over here. Whoa! Oh no, did I just... Oh man, I thought I hopped down to like back to the very beginning of it for a second, but I don't think so. We got another trainer over here actually, so before we head down to the final tree, or the final 3, I mean, let's take this Karate Man on. What you got for us, bruh? Black Belt Earl only has 1 Pokemon actually, so it shouldn't be too bad to handle. And it is going to be a Poliwrath, so actually perfect for Puka. Though Puka is a little bit low HP, and I'm not exactly confident that we can take down this Poliwrath in 1 hit. That is, if we didn't have the Electrium Z, and we definitely do, so it is time for the Gigavolt Havoc. You know, I haven't really been using all that many Z moves lately, so it's time to bring him back, boys. Get that Z power, Puka! And the Gigavolt Havoc is gonna come out. Not quite the Alolan Raichu exclusive Z move, because we don't really have that one yet, but still a pretty awesome one. And this Poliwrath is definitely going down. Yeah, there's no way you're surviving that, dude. It's super effective, it's too much power, and Poliwrath goes down. And that was actually that guy's only Pokemon, so Black Barrel Earl went down pretty quick. Now I'm curious if there's any other new wild Pokemon to find here, but to be honest, I'm not really too eager to find out. I guess we still ran into something, so let's see that it is another Jangmo. So if you didn't manage to catch one for yourself earlier, there you go, you got another opportunity now, but we already did get one, so let's go to the final stretch of the Vast Poni Canyon, and this looks so cool. There's like 3 trainers just lined up ready to go, but actually before we do that, I do remember that, yeah, we can get a major shortcut if we push down this rock here, so let's do it, Machamp. And this is literally the entrance of Vast Poni Canyon. Would you look at that, there's even a Zygarde cell hiding behind it. So I'm glad we came over here, but now it is time. Without further ado, we've got the final challenge to take on. It's pretty much like a little nugget bridge here, but instead I guess it's the Vast Poni Canyon bridge. Actually, there's no bridge at all, so I guess it's just like the Nugget Canyon. Let's call it that. We are challenged by Ace Trainer Hiroshi, the first of these 3 trainers. It's kind of like a little gauntlet before we exit, I guess, the Victory Road. Even though this isn't technically the Victory Road, I'm gonna say it is because I don't know if there actually is a Victory Road in this game. We'll have to find out once we get there, but for now, oh man, this Absol actually with the Detect there. Okay, that's not too bad though. We were about to Volt Switch anyway. I'm gonna continue with that Volt Switch, you know. I had my plan set out. Your Detect is not really gonna affect that too much. And I don't know what this Absol is going for. I'm gonna expect a Dark type move obviously because Puka is kind of weak to those. And hopefully Sarah can take one on. Oh gosh, really? Psycho Cut? Come on, man. That was pretty unlucky. I think one more Dazzling Gleam should finish off the job, so you can't Detect twice, dude. And that is gonna be it for the Absol. Maybe this guy's next Pokemon could be something that Sarah can take on. I don't really think so, but we'll find out, I guess. Puka's gonna gain a level, almost at 50 as well. Rhonda almost at 50 as well. And finally, Rhonda is gonna be learning the high jump kick. I've been waiting for this attack for so long. I think it's just not really a signature move, but a really classic move to have on Serena, so we're definitely gonna get that over the Stomp, the move that actually helped Rhonda evolve, and we finally just got rid of it. And actually, a Lapras is coming out, so this is the perfect opportunity to test out that high jump kick, because Lapras is a water and ice type, so I guess Drop Kick might still be better, but I really want to try out the high jump kick. You know, we just got it, and like I said, Serena is kind of like a classic with this attack, with those long legs. It's definitely meant to be kicking, and it almost took it down in one hit. Oh man, I was actually expecting it to go for an ice move and finish us off here, but thankfully it went for the Hydro Pump. Rhonda doesn't even care. You saw that? She just took that Hydro Pump right in the face, no problem. And now we can finish you off with a Drop Kick. And that's it for the first of the 3 trainers here at the final stretch of Vast Poni Canyon. I keep saying that, but it's just so cool. I really like that concept that they put these final 3 trainers for you, like right at the end. But that's it for the first one, again. Whoa, that kind of caught me off guard. I forgot we were standing on Machamp there, but look at that. We got a nice close-up view of it. Anyway, let's move on to take on the second trainer here. The way you guys trust each other. I want to see it all. Oh, well, I've got the most trust in my Pokemon. I mean, I am literally letting a Machamp carry me in its arms right now. Like, if that's not trust, then I don't know what is, Veteran Heather. Maybe you can show me a little bit of something better. But she's actually going to start off with a Stoutland, and I've switched Sarah up first after healing her up, as well as Puka, who was pretty low HP. And thankfully I did that because Stoutland is definitely weak to Sky Uppercut. Though, I don't know, with the Intimidate, we might not do enough damage to take it out here. Oh gosh, Retaliate right off the bat. What the heck? It feels like it's been forever since I saw Retaliate in action. I feel like since like taking on Lenora all the way back in Pokemon Black and White, she loves using that Retaliate. But yeah, unfortunately we're not doing quite enough damage there, so how about we bring out Rhonda with our new high jump kick? We can try that out again, and that'll probably finish off Stoutland. Because I think that's the only thing super effective against normal Pokemon. It's kind of weird, but yeah, it's fighting type. So we should be able to take it down with the high jump kick here. Another retaliate though. I'm not sure how that does more damage. I think it... Oh no! Oh, I was so worried that was going to happen. And it happened so early on. Like literally the second time ever using high jump kick. And we already missed one. That sucks. Alright, well, you know what? Let's try out another one of our new Z powers then. You know, I feel like this is the time of the Z powers right here. So we're going to go for it. And I certainly hope it goes for retaliate so that we can poison it first. That would just be, you know, perfecto right there. So come on. Yep, there it is, a retaliate. Haha, you got poison, sucker. And now we get to test out if the theory is true. Which, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't, but will the poison Z power get that critical hit? Oh, wait, no! Oh my gosh, I clicked the wrong attack. Are you kidding me? I might have messed up there, guys, but hey, at least we get to see a new Z power, but it failed. I am the worst. Alright, well, regardless, a Venoshock should finish off the stout win here. Just took a little bit longer than expected. I really like the battle background here, by the way. Like, it's literally the very last stretch of the canyon. Super narrow at the end there. But Sarah, at the end of it all, still gonna get that level 44. And El Tigre, our first Pokemon to hit level 50. You know what? That's the perfect timing because Serena is coming out. And El Tigre, you are the perfect Pokemon to take that on. So let's go, big boy, at level 50. Look at this guy. I mean, he doesn't really look any different, but I don't know why. For some reason, hitting level 50 feels like such a huge accomplishment in Pokemon. It's like you're halfway to 100, which is totally the max level. So, I don't know. We're halfway there, El Tigre. You will be level 100 one day, I believe. But for now, we got to flamethrower this Serena away. Not even going to take it down in one hit. It's a little bit surprising. Alright, let's go for the Leech Life then. Finish it off with something a little different. Thankfully, this Serena here doesn't have high jump kick by the looks of things. Even though I think it's high enough level. Oh no, it's 47. So 2 more levels and that Serena would have been able to mess up El Tigre there with the high jump kick. Thankfully, it doesn't have it though. And we get to take it down. So what is this lady's final Pokemon going to be? A Klefki. Okay, I think we can stay in on that. Yeah, definitely it's still weak to fire type. I always confuse Fairy and Fire because Fire is neutral against Fairies, but Fairy is actually not very effective against Fire Pokemon, so I'm always a little bit scared to use Fire moves against Fairies, thinking it's not very effective, but it definitely is, and against Klefki, it's going to take it down in one hit. Sorry, lady, you are losing your keys today. That is it for Veteran Heather. So we got one more trainer to take on here at the Vast Poni Canyon. And it is going to be this man. The altar is just a little farther, so I can't let you pass easily. Show me everything you've got. Same goes for you, dude. If this truly is the final battle of Sun and Moon, well, not of the whole game, but you know, of the victory road of Sun and Moon, then this guy better be a tough one. And it looks like he's got 4 Pokemon, so already he's proven to us that, yeah, he is nothing to be messed around with. And Granbull is going to be his first Pokemon, so not really too great for Sarah to be out here. But against this Granbull here, definitely going to send out the P-Hat. Oh yeah, we're going to eat up that Play Rough, no problemo. Our attack does drop, but you know what it's time for? It's the Baneful Bunker, boys! I love this attack, but only when they're using physical attacks, because otherwise it does nothing. And he decides to roar us away. Wow. It's almost like he saw it coming. It's okay though, because he did drag out Kurama. And actually, I don't really know what we can do against this thing. I feel like it's just going to play rough and do a whole bunch of damage right now. So, might as well try for the Calm Mind here. So that we can get an Ice Beam that could maybe take it out in one hit. What? Are you serious? This guy is just going for the roars. Okay, and brings the P-Hat back out. That's a little curious. You know what? I'm just going straight for the Venoshock, bro. I should have just Z-powered up this Venoshock, actually. Probably would have killed it in one hit. It still does half damage. And for real, dude? Are you really just going to keep roaring in more Pokemon? Alright, looks like Sarah is back out. And oh man, now I know it's going to play rough. Okay, dude, you can keep on roaring, but eventually you're going to go down. And P-Hat finally does it. The first Pokemon of this veteran is down. Level 49 as well. I can't believe it. We almost made it to level 50 with all of our Pokemon. Even though we seem to be so desperately underleveled when we came to this island here. But looks like the next Pokemon coming out is a Alolan, what is it, Golem. which is definitely a rock type, so I don't know why I went into Kurama. I thought maybe ice would be good against it. Don't think we are, so yeah, either way, Kurama's out here, so we might as well try it out. So here you go, take that ice beam to the face. Watch it be super effective, and no, never mind. Ice is definitely super effective against ground Pokemon, but not rock. And that was actually really cool, speaking of rocks, how he shot these stealth rocks there out of his cannon on his back. I've actually never used an Alolan Golem, so I wasn't sure on how its animations work, but oh god, the explosion! That is not an animation I wanted to see today, because that is definitely going to take down Kurama. No! So sad to see another one of our Pokemon get taken down here. Somehow that was a critical hit. Was it on us, or was it on himself? I don't even know, but Puka did get level 50 there, and this gives us another opportunity to, I guess, bring out Sarah to get some extra experience. Oh, we're definitely gonna get the level 50 after this, though. Like, Cloyster is the Pokemon to come out, though, and I would Sky Uppercut, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna go for an Ice-type attack, so turns out I was right, but it's okay. We just end up wasting one more turn, and we have to tank up an Aurora Beam. Alright, now I really just hope this Discharge takes it out, because if it doesn't, then we might be in a little bit of a sticky situation. But no problem, because the Discharge does take it down real easy there. And that means this guy's got just one more Pokemon left, and Sarah gets the level 50. Gengar is coming out. Ooh, that's actually perfect for Puka. We got the Psychic. This is it, guys. It's a wrap. Vast Poni Canyon should be complete right after this Psychic. And we are faster than the Gengar too, so not even gonna risk it taking us down. That is it, guys. Puka has done it! After falling so many episodes in a row, Puka finally seems to have turned it up, and El Tigre gets level 51 too. Whoa, you've got a lot! I have no choice but to admit defeat. Nice, you got a wink going on there too. But as I mentioned, with level 45, Sarah is going to be evolving to her final form already. We just got this Pokemon in the last episode, and yeah, we're pretty much already going to see the final evolution of Hakamo, which is going to be Kommo-o. This is such an awesome looking Pokemon. Of course, it is a dragon and fighting type, and it's just all about those scales. I really like those clanging scales, so we're going to add it to the Pokedex, and that's another full page of Alolan Pokemon there. Hey, speaking of adding pages, I actually need to go pick up my Charjabug because I just remembered that this is the only place apparently you can evolve that, so definitely gotta try that out later. But when it spots enemies, it threatens them by clanging its scales. Weak opponents will crack and flee in panic. Just look at all those scales it's got on its back and tail. Just a really, really cool looking Pokemon. And now it's ours. Looks like we're also gonna be learning the clanging scales attack. I forgot that that's actually a move. I was just mentioning it, but now I remember that it is actually an attack, the signature move of Kommo-o, and we're gonna get ourselves the clanging scales. And that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. I believe we have completed the Vast Poni Canyon, so let's step through the final gate. Sorry, I'm not very good at running. Okay, I'm not a voice actor. It looks like we're nearly to the altar now, aren't we, Orange? Let me take care of Kommo-o for you. Yay! I love that Sarah gets a mention too, just for being first in the party. When your Pokemon are full of energy, then a trainer can go anywhere in the world. Doesn't it seem that way? Sure does sometimes. But why go anywhere in the world when the only place I want to be is right in your arms, Lillie? Alright, that was way too corny. So with that, we will end off this episode. And in the next one, I believe we will be taking on the final trial of the Alola Region Island Challenge. So stay tuned, get hype, and I'll see you all next time on Pokemon Sun and Moon.